Hey guys, it's Turek, and today I wanted to do I wrote, if you're reading this, ever looked at the stream, I wrote down about -1. I primarily want to talk about the Godzilla Kong, a Godzilla Kong trailer, and do a little breakdown of it. Um, Before we get into that, I briefly wanted to talk about Godzilla and stuff because I have a long history of the series, the Toho movies in particular. I actually here dug up some of my old videotapes. So when I was a kid, I uh, I was really into Godzilla. If anyone ever were to interview my classmates from when I was in elementary school, one of the things they would absolutely tell you is I would not stop pretending to be Godzilla and uh, walking around going rah and all that stuff. And my dad, if he was around, would tell you that. My sister could probably would. I wonder if my sisters would remember. So yeah, I got all these old videos I even pulled out. Um, this one's really old. This is from 1988. It still looks good too. Oh wait, no. That one's not looking good. That one still does. Oh, thank goodness. I was just gonna pull out a VCR after this and see if any of these. Yeah, that one looks good. Terra Mecha Godzilla, not a good movie though. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Oh, this was a heavy one. Look how big that is. What if you can even see that? So probably not. You just gotta see my camera reflecting in OBS. So this one side here is filled all the way to the end, while this side's empty over here. Yeah, you can see the empty part. um, I gotta get these on DVD or Blu-ray or something someday. The original Godzilla movie. I love that. So, anyways, yeah, since I was maybe, I don't know, 7 or so, I was really into Godzilla. My dad would rent these movies from a local supermarket. I remember that little supermarket. It was like 20 minutes away from us. And he'd rent the movies there. I watched all the what era? What do you call that era? I know they call the second one, the Heisei movies. Um, so the ones from what do they call that? Godzilla era films. The Showa era, right? Yeah, I watched all the ones when I was really little from the Showa era. I was oblivious to the Heisei ones until I was around, I don't know, 13, 14. Well, after they were over. Hold on a sec. And the Heisei ones are my absolute favorite now. I back fortunate by that point, um, in the early 2000s, Amazon had become a thing, and my dad would over time. My dad got me almost every one of the Heisei movies on video cassette, not DVD. I don't know if they had them on DVD, but we didn't have a DVD player at that point. Later on, we had my uncle gave us an old computer that could play DVDs, but we didn't have many. But we did have a video cassette. My dad had lots of videotapes, and he got me almost all the Heisei ones. No, actually, I think I had every one. See, yeah, I had Return of Godzilla, Biolante, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla 2, Space Godzilla, and Destroyer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used to have all of them. Don't know if I still have all of them here. But, uh, bottom line, love the Godzilla movies. Still don't think I've actually seen all the Heisei ones. I don't, off the top of my head, I know I have not seen the second ever movie with Godzilla, which I think was called Godzilla Raids Again. I believe that's the first one with Anguirus in it. I've not seen that one. And recently, as I was watching some other channels that, as I've watched some other channels that, can you hear me better if I'm closer or further? Like this? I think I need to get a little closer. I'm gonna go, shoot. Ugh. As I watch these other channels on, wait, what if I go like that? Is that better? If I watch some of these channels like Up From the Depths, who does videos on all kinds of the Godzilla movies. I realized they made other stuff in that time period that I'd never heard of as a kid because I didn't like. It's funny because I should have looked them up because I've always looked up like a list of all the Godzilla movies because I had a computer back in when I was a teenager, but like dial up. Oh, those were the days. But I looked up a list of Godzilla. I would look up lists of Godzilla movies, and there were even some cool fan websites back then. That hold on a second. Where was I? Heisei movies. Oh yeah. So so I even learned about these other movies like there was this other King Kong movie, and there was other one with like the Gorosaurus, I think he's called, which looks like a big T-Rex, and there's another one with him fighting some kind of caveman guy, and those two other ones I want to look up. So anyways, I'm just giving I could go on and talk about all those movies all day because I love all the Godzilla movies, but most of them. Terra Godzilla is definitely crap. But what I wanted to do today though is go over the new King Kong trailer, Godzilla Kong trailer. So yeah, and at some point here, there's Warner Brothers and whatever their subsidiary, Legendary, started making Godzilla movies. They had the 2014 one, then we had the Kong, then we had Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is just it's just that one versus King Ghidorah, really. They should have just called it something else, I think. Really, I didn't care for that title, but that one's great. The Kong one, the first Godzilla is real slow. It has a good cast, but it's real slow, and it wasn't. I was like, for years until King of the Monsters came out, I was really disappointed. Like hoping and praying basically that something else would come out that would fix that bad taste in my mouth because it was. I just want more Godzilla action. I've watched all these versus ones a million times as a kid, so that's what I was expecting, and they had a very limited amount in there, and I know the guy was defending that, was saying that's because that's similar to the original. I think he was going to be wanted it more like the original, but like he also added other monsters in there. So if you're adding other monsters, I want more fighting. Other than that, the presentation of that one was great. Godzilla's first appearance is good. I still like rewatching that scene where he comes out of the ocean in Hawaii. Awesome stuff. And now we had just Godzilla versus King Kong in 2021. Oh, that was so good. Whoever filmed that one too. The presentation again in these films are awesome. I can't say there's much like special with King Kong on Skull Island that way, but that one also was faster paced in many ways compared to the first Godzilla. There was more fighting. I know it had a little like horror to it too. I like that one a lot, but it is different if you're looking into my recommendations. I would say watch all 4 of these movies and watch them in order. Also on that note, they got this show called Monarch that's come out. I think there's 4 episodes now. I would not really recommend this one at this point. They're releasing it weekly, unlike like Netflix, which just would drop them all. They're doing the weekly thing, and it's just not helping it for me. It's just a drama right now. We're meeting these characters who are part of the Monarch organization, the one who are tracking down and cataloging all the Titans, as they call them in this series. But it's just not that good right now. If the rest of the season comes out, the only way like that's gonna do anything for me is if they absolutely have a good banger. Is that the slang term? I'm such a old fogey at this point. If the last episode or so has a good fight scene of some sort to make up for this, then I can say go right to that one. Because everything else here is about these family. There's one guy who's part of Monarch and he didn't tell his family, and he supposedly has two families, one in San Francisco and one in Tokyo. And the history stuff and the back and forth is flashback to Kurt Russell's character, who's Kurt Russell's in it, by the way, is really good. God, I'm getting all over the place. Sorry, that was spoilers. If you're, I'll have to put little spoilers in my tags. But actually, no, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna do is I want to go over a bit my thoughts on this trailer, and I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna have to be very cautious here because I don't want to get flagged again. Actually, I better. Where's the other one? Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me do that. So this one is continuing. So I'm gonna put spoilers here. I'll try to put the thing too. This spoilers. I'm gonna be recapping Kong versus Godzilla. And yeah, in Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla was getting all uppity and well, not, that's not a good way. He was going around destroying stuff, and people thought he had finally turned against humanity, so to speak. And before that, he's kind of indifferent. But really, what was going on is that this corporation had King Ghidorah's surviving head, and they were using that to somehow make a Mecha Godzilla machine work. And then Kong was on Skull Island that got destroyed by storms. I think they had to do with King Ghidorah, and they find this hollow Earth. Where this one guy has his hollow Earth theory. They use Kong to find it. Actually, I don't even know why they needed Kong. It was kind of dumb when I think about it now. Because they seem to know how to get there already. They just needed the technology of this same corporation that made Mechagodzilla to get there. The other guy who knew about the hollow Earth theory, who had this whole books and everything, just didn't have a way to prove it. Didn't have a technology to prove it. But the ending is Godzilla and Kong teaming up to defeat Mechagodzilla because it's being taken over by the King Ghidorah head, and they defeat it. And Kong and Godzilla don't get along because they're both alphas, and so they're not going to want to be in the same. Which still kind of bugs me because Godzilla is an aquatic kind of animal. He's like living in the water. He's like a giant alligator or crocodile, right? I want to say more of a crocodile. I don't think he should care Kong is there. Like Kong, from the way I could see it, he could live in the middle of Africa or I'm saying that because he's a gorilla, or even the continental U.S. or anywhere else, and Godzilla would not care. Godzilla gonna really come out of the ocean. Say he's in the middle of sub-Saharan Africa, wherever the Congo still is, if it's still the country is still called that. I'm sorry if you're not. I don't know. But if Kong is hundreds of miles in the middle of in a jungle in Africa, is Godzilla really gonna be mad? It's oh, there's another monster that hasn't bowed to me, and go traverse all those miles into the middle of in the middle of a continent to fight Kong. I don't think he'd want to be away from water that long. The water systems there would not be able to support him. He couldn't swim up there like they showed that giant crocodile thing or alligator in the Rampage adaptation that came out with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So anyways, in the end though, what happens is Kong goes back to the Hollow Earth. It's like a separate ecosystem down there where Godzilla isn't going to go apparently. He's just going to stay on the Earth and on the topical area, and Kong's going to stay in the center where there's a whole ecosystem that is habitable for anyone really. And um, that was the end. Actually, I'm gonna think about it too. Can't call Godzilla. They were talking about like these hollow Earth tunnels that Godzilla uses as like quick travel ways to get wherever he wants. Because in Godzilla, in he does it first in the first one. He disappears somehow when he's leaving. It's funny though. I don't know if they were hinting at that fully, but he appears in Hawaii in the first one. Then he's going to San Francisco, but he disappeared under the water. Did he really need to do that way? He still was making a beeline to San Francisco. Would that somehow let him traverse there faster? I don't get the logic behind it, but in the second one, I don't know where he was exactly, but he's somewhere. Oh, what's my eye looking all? Oh, not look. There's Godzilla's by this facility that they have watching him somewhere. I forget where that was supposed to be. And then when he's mad because King Ghidorah's about to wake up, and he's like, oh, he feels threatened, and he disappears into the Hollow Earth tunnels and gets to Antarctica in like record time, for him, I guess, because it's like when you watch him swimming, he can't exactly like I'm sure a speedboat. He's faster than like a speedboat, but I don't know. I think. And he looks like he's just swimming the speed of, I don't know what's a giant. What would I'll have to look into that for later. What would be the speed of like a destroyer that of those battleships that the navies have? Oh, and he doesn't look like he could go much faster than that. So I suppose he would need some kind of fast travel, quick travel, fast travel. So anyways, this beginning of this trailer. Yeah, you know what? I could just probably do that, right? If I don't play it, I'll see what that happens. If it does, I'll just have to edit it out somehow. I just won't play it. Wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, this is on the YouTube. This is the official one. I'm not going to do any audio. I already got it muted there. You're not watching it. I'm not playing this. If you guys want to watch it, I'll put the link of it in my video description just so you guys can have it. Can I even do that here? Hold on, how can I do that? I could just do that now just in case. Little can I go through like that? Huh. I wonder if that worked. Wait, how do I check if that worked? Excuse me a minute. Go live. I'm already live. Oops. Come on. Can I not see the chat? Edit? No? Oh well, I'll put it in the thing. Hold on a minute. So back where we were. The last one, we have this, where's my mouse? Where is it? We're having some recurring characters in this arc from Kong Godzilla 2021. I kind of wish we would see more of the people from Godzilla King of the Monsters. I preferred some of them better, even though that one guy was kind of annoying. But yeah, so in Godzilla Kong there was what's her name? Eileen Han, is that the name? Yeah. He had that doctor, she's probably like I don't know, she's probably some animal expert, I don't know the name, who was watching Kong on his island. And then we had that guy named Hayes who was working for that company. What was that company called? See, he's back. And the little girl, what's her name? Jaya. She's back in this one too. And, come on. That's what I get for hurrying up. Come on. Not the other one. Jesus. Thank you, Wikipedia. Jesus, everyone, like, stop. Like, I want the Wikipedia article, and all these other things keep coming up. Like, I just want the Wikipedia article. Apex, okay. So, yes, there was a guy who worked for Apex. So let me just pull some of this up. Let's just go through this quickly. We see scenes of the Hollow Earth and Kong running around it. We get Andrews here. She's got her hair different now. She threw me off there. I think she looked nice with her hair the way they had her filmed her in the last film, but okay. So one of the first things we end up meeting here, the show trailer hints at it, or not hints at it directly shows, is that there are other apes in the Hollow Earth. So Kong and his family lived on Skull Island, which seemed to have some connection coming down to the Hollow Earth, and that's where the Skull Crushers or whatever it was that John C. Reilly called them came up. And Kong's family must have been like a very small group. There must not have been many. I don't know like how long ago they must have migrated up from the Hollow Earth, but the other Skull Crushers had killed Kong's family, and he was the last one on that island. He was so this one is nice. First great thing about this is it's nice that Kong's not like the last Titan of his kind, which is actually funny because this is spoilers to Monarch. In the Monarch series, there's a point where Kurt Russell's character has to tell someone else. Someone else is like, "Oh, you don't recognize this? There's a monster and they're pursuing them, a smaller one, something much smaller than Kong or Godzilla." And it's the guy. He says, "Titans are like snowflakes. There's never two of the same kind." But that like only really seems to apply to the ones on the surface. Also, that's actually technically wrong because later on we see another Muto in the I think it's a female Muto. Yeah, at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, but in this, back to this, Kong here meets a small. Let me change. I'll pull out the image. Next time I have to take some screenshots of this. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Stop it. So, just a second. Edit out. Like Kong, I'll just pull it up here. There it is. I'll do it like that. Kong sees this young, orange-colored ape in here. I don't think it's a. I was thinking at first it's supposed to be orangutan, but it still has like the features of a gorilla. I think I don't know why they're going for the different color. I don't know anything about gorillas being different colors like that. That'd be cool if they were something like that. I'd love to see one caught in video to look like that. Looks like that. So Kong sees this one, and I'm confused by this because spoilers for later on in the trailer. The antagonist in this seems to be a large ape that has the same color as this one, that maybe runs a group of other ones. And my only confusion was is this going to be like his little adopted son? Because the way the trailer goes later, I was thinking maybe this is the same one, but it's just young, and then Kong and they don't get along, and then I'm stretching here maybe a little bit this what they're going for, but maybe they was just gonna. My thoughts were like that maybe this thing's gonna be the antagonist. Like he makes his enemy, kind of like the Syndrome in Incredibles, where Mr. Incredible pisses off Syndrome as a little kid because he's like this little fanboy. So I'm just getting that feeling from looking at this bit here. So, wait. Nope. I don't want you to play. So we start seeing like these others. They start showing like this stuff with these other skull hands. And you can tell it's like a different look from Kong. So it's like bigger fingers, I'm supposing. And then they show Kong go into this chamber. Let me do this again with the this chamber where it's like glowing again, like with his reacting to his Godzilla finned axe, and he I'm guessing this is supposed to be the material that they were looking for again, like that other chamber for the other Kong. So I'm thinking, the other chamber that Kong was in Godzilla Kong. When I say Godzilla Kong, I'm referring to the 2021 film. I'm thinking that was supposed to be a place probably where Kong family were probably part of that troop, that family. I think that place got totally destroyed in the last film. So maybe Kong's looking for a new place to call home here. Kind of a lair, a nice way for him to live in. And that's probably where he's going to encounter this other territory of these other apes. But what we get next here is the oops, no, go back. Yeah, let me just turn this off before that does it. I'm going to edit that out before that gets me in trouble. Let me just go back here while this is done. We see here, what I was confused by is Kong goes and is in this room here, and we get this thing showing that a bunch of other apes have been probably eradicated or genocidal action. So what it looks like is going on here, I'm surmising too, is maybe this other troop led by this other ape is destroying the other their other nearby neighbors. They're acting, you could say, I know apes do get into fights with one another and do, like chimps, I know, especially I remember watching shows years ago about how they will kill each other, and other like nearby troops will fight over stuff. I don't know if they're fighting over resources, so to speak, the food, whatever's nearby for them to eat, or just don't like each other. But this seems to be the implied plot here is that this thing is killing other apes in the area. And at first I was just confused because I was wondering if this family here that we should get next was maybe the ones that were eradicated, but I think this is the one it leads. I don't think an ape itself would want to kill all of its family. So say we get a cool shot here of it, and he again, they show him later, and it looks like he's a lot more like lanky looking compared to Kong. He there's a scene there. Let me switch on, because I gotta switch on to a couple things here. Where do they show him? All right, here. Yeah, here's a shot of him. This is the shot what appears to be the antagonist. He's got some spinal cord around him. Also, how the hell does he do that? Did he have to string that? Because once you take apart a spine out of an animal or anyone else, I think that would dry up. So I don't know how that is. I don't know how that's working. But he appears to be the antagonist. And the plot also seems to be leaning into the idea that he's gonna be coming to the Earth somehow. Because there's a shot later where there's a shot where he comes up and he's, where is it? Right, right here, where it looks like he's come up out of the earth. They show Egypt earlier on, and I don't know if it's supposed to be the same area, but you can see a highway here, and you can see he's by a shoreline, a beach, and he's attacking people. So I'm guessing this is what will be able to bring Godzilla in, because if it's just in the Hollow Earth, I don't think Godzilla would be bothered by having another alpha down there. Where should I go next? There's two parts I need to go to next. The next thing interesting is I'll go back to the first thing, the other one. There's something going on here too, where I think when they're exploring here, we're going to see where they find some remnants of a civilization down there. They hinted at this before. They showed us stuff. They talked about it with all the stuff they found in the first and second Godzilla films. they found all these stuff from old civilizations, like, and they were hinting at like Hydra was based on King Ghidorah, etc. And then in the end of the second Godzilla one, King of the Monsters, they had that city in the Hollow Earth that the sub found, where Godzilla was hiding out after he'd been injured by the oxygen destroyer. They saw a giant civilization. It had very, I don't remember the specifics, but I'm thinking they were probably getting the idea based on like the Atlantis, and maybe the structures were supposed to be similar to like stuff the Egyptians and the Inca or Aztecs had. So they show something like that here. Forgive me a second, I gotta do this again so I don't get the image. Come on, let's see. So they show Jaya here. Oh yeah, there are other people here. Excuse me, now I see that. They show lots of other people here, so there's still people living down there. And something's going on here with the girl. Oh yeah, there's Hayes. They have these big steps here, and the girl from, I think her name's Jaya, who's the last of the tribe that lived on Skull Island with Kong. She ascends the staircase. Let's see. Yeah, she ascends the staircase right here. If I could just pull it up. She's ascending the staircase, and it's almost making her out to be this chosen one type thing. And, let's see. They have this thing where she's interacting with some kind of, looks like some energy or something. It's very interesting, and I'll be very, can't wait to see where this will be going with this story. And so I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what this would have to do with having the other Kong, the bad one, ascending to the Earth. Though I'm thinking, actually, I already have a hypothesis. I bet he's taken over the entire region of that Hollow Earth that they live on, and now he finds a way to the surface, and he thinks, oh, it's a new place I can like territory. So they're going for loosely like an empire type thing, you know. I'm going to rule over all this. Oh, I took over all this. Now I'm bored. Oh, there's a place up there. Let's go there and take over. It's a new world, a whole new country. You know, that kind of thing. That kind of could work, I guess, with that. By the way, she looks very pretty there. I like the colors and that stuff with this, how they did that with that actress. Touched it. Nice touch-up. So the big thing with this that really gets people excited, though, is Godzilla here appeared to have like is frozen in ice, and then he suddenly wakes up. Actually, is that related to that energy with where that girl just was? It must be. So he's locked up here, not locked up, and when he wakes up out of ice here. And next time I'll take screenshots of all this, so it'll make this easier. He wakes up here. And he's got a new upgrade, apparently. Everyone, I like the comment. I'm going to put this comment. I'm going to screenshot a good comment. I'll tell you later. I love that comment. He gets a new upgrade here where he looks like Super Saiyan Rose, someone calls it. Like the one, I think it's that villain from Dragon Ball Super, the one who is like a Kai who wants to obliterate all of the mortals in the universe. So Godzilla, for some reason, has upgraded here inexplicably. And I don't explain it in here at all. There's a good shot of it. This is a great shot. It's like, okay, is this going to be similar to when he got the upgrade at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters, when the oxygen destroyer hurt him, he was really, really weak, and it would take him. He wasn't dead, and it didn't seem like he was gonna die, but they needed to get rid of King Ghidorah quickly, because King Ghidorah had this aura. It's like it literally had it where King Ghidorah is like you know how if you watch Bleach or Dragon Ball, when you're especially Bleach, I like it that way. When your spiritual pressure is so powerful, you can affect things around you. King Ghidorah was like that, but instead King Ghidorah was just creating tornadoes and thunderstorms and stuff like that. Now, and then Godzilla, to fight him, anyways, they used a nuclear bomb on Godzilla, and he recovered very quickly, and it became even bigger. and they harkened back to Godzilla vs. Destroyer, where he had in that one his a home had blown up somehow. Nuclear energy, like they didn't give a good explanation. I thought basically, but Godzilla was gonna melt down in that one, and it had that kind of like that happen in King of the Monsters, the 2019, and he released all the energy at the end in Boston, and this prevented himself from being killed by the amount of stuff he had absorbed from the nuclear weapon. So I'm wondering if this is related to something like that, where now he's absorbed, maybe he absorbed like a different type of nuclear energy, because now he's like this. He's not in that one. He was like all red, and he actually Godzilla in that one was radiating so much energy. He was turning everything into fire and ash around him. He was turning into an actual hell on earth looking thing. It was really cool how they made that effect. Now that I think about it, but now they show him like this with the rose thing. And Kong too is going to get some kind of upgrade in here. They show it in the beginning, and that harkens back to that Ooh, yeah. So hold on. Oh, is that a shot of him like in front of these other apes? Let's see. So we get this great shot at the end, actually, right here. I'm going to show you. So the last shot here is at the end is Kong and Godzilla together. And Kong here actually has some kind of gauntlet thing on his hand. He doesn't show him with the axe at this point. He has the axe earlier, but I'm assuming he fights with that other ape, his new rival, and loses the axe. Loses the fight, loses the axe. And he comes back with this thing. And back to that comment, someone said, Godzilla is now has Kong is actually they said they're like Kong has the Infinity Gauntlet and Godzilla's achieved Super Saiyan Rose, and it's just this great shot of them running together, and it looked presumably toward the other enemy. So yeah, that's about it really. It's just like I'm really like just curious where this is gonna go with this fight. So this is supposed to be. By the way, the titles is called Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. Yeah, and they just show that other orange one at the end. Where is that, right? Oh yeah, no, that's what that is. There's one shot here, that orange one attacking, not showing up in these other Kongs. I think those are supposed to be the other ones like King Kong is from. And this other one's a different tribe. So this one's supposed to be like the last of its tribe, maybe, and it's like this. It's out. It almost reminds me of the way they presented that villain in I don't know what his name is now. That Christian Bale played in the new Thor, where he had that special weapon and he was killing all the gods. This thing reminds me of that a little bit too. So, anyways, yeah, I am really excited for this. And this is I made this video with the intent of doing that, and because this is so cool, because we just had Godzilla -1 come out that's being made by Toho. So Toho's still making stuff. Toho did the Shin Godzilla in 2016, which was all right. I liked the look of it. I just thought the movie was a little slow and not. It's just me. Like I said, I want more Godzilla action. This movie's gonna fit the bill for me perfectly. So, Gore, was that his name? I wanted to look up that again. Thor the 4. Not a good movie, I don't think either. Oh, come on. Oh, screw you then. Hold on. Why does Google always make me do those stupid test things? Get out of here. Love and Thunder. Gore, yeah, that guy named Gore. Okay, yeah. So anyways, yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. I'm getting vibes of that they're gonna have this guy like these. He's the last of his race. He's killing other Kongs. So that's also too funny. So are there other? Is Godzilla really the last of his race? Too is a question, and if not, is there could there be any other ones that will that are down in the Hollow Earth somewhere? Because I don't think that, I have a feeling the Hollow Earth thing, the way they made it look, could have other areas where it'd be hard for everyone to traverse. Like I don't think Kong could traverse all of it himself. It has these. The other one they showed like there was these two areas like this, and like there was a gravity barrier between, and he jumped from one way and then he flipped over the other way. So it's like there could be other areas that have well, other titans could exist, other animals there. They show lots of other animals in this trailer too. I won't go over all of them right now because I don't know how much it matters to the plot. There's like some kind of wolf-like things that seem to chase Kong at one point. We saw those other serpentine things that fought with Kong in the last one that he ate. And yes, I hope this is good. I think this is gonna be good. I wonder if this is supposed to have the same director. I'll have to look that up later. Let me check that quickly. And I think I'm gonna end this video here. So yeah, this looks really good. I just wanted to break it down a little bit. Let's see here. Is it gonna be another director again? No, it looks like it's gonna be the same director. I think. Yeah, awesome. Oh, whoever team this guy has, Adam Wingard has, they killed it with the um, last movie. Like Godzilla King of the Monsters was really good too with the filming, some of the shots, but this one just went peaked. This is like, oh my god. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave the video there. I think I talked enough for today. Yeah. So big Godzilla fan. I'm gonna probably now. I just looked. I think -1 is out in my theater nearby. I will hopefully see that as there's one time this week, and if I'm able to, I'll make a review for that because that'll be the first time I've seen a Godzilla movie in theater since the 2014 one of the legendary one. I didn't. Yeah, why didn't I go see King of the Monsters? Did I go see King of the Monsters in theater? I know I didn't see Kong Godzilla because I don't think they had it in theater. I watched on HBO Max, I think, or what was that? What it was on? I think I saw Kong. No, I think I saw Kong Skull Island in theaters also. But I know I didn't see King of the Monsters in theaters. I think the last time I've actually been to a theater was when I saw the Justice League. So like been 6 years. This is something that Godzilla -1, by the way, looks like it's basically a retelling of the original, and the Godzilla in it looks great too. He has a different look. He looks a little bit like an evil version of this Godzilla. I don't think he's the same size though. I think they're going back to him being the size of the original one, where he's like half the height or something. And I can't wait to see. I hear it's doing really well, and it like amazingly too. It looks really good, but I hear the budget on it is like really small compared to like the stuff we're used to seeing movies like that being made with nowadays. But yeah. So Kong and Godzilla got to team up. I like the people saying, oh, it's like a buddy cop thing now. I was like, yeah, I guess it is kind of. So Godzilla and Kong gonna have to team up. Because I have a feeling what they're doing too with Kong is that's going to be like personal for him. And then Godzilla's like, hey, well, this new ape is in my place. He's nasty. You guys all stink anyways. No offense, Kong. No, none taken. Let's just kick his ass and we'll call it even. Okay, fine. So they'll be like that. And then it's going to be like more action. Also, so yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm re-rambling and I can't. I got to get to other stuff today. So thanks for watching.